national loyalty in their minds.
One of the main objectives of this conference is to share our experiences in the region. No doubt that Gulf countries are advancing in the field of education, and we have many issues that we can share and benefit from each other's experience so we don't have to repeat what is going on in each and every country. We look forward to that, achieving that objective, and also we are after tuning up our educational policies as we all share the same challenges regarding to what is happening in the region, regarding to the challenges that faces countries' markets currently and the near future.
The conference mainly focuses on discussing all the educational issues, educational cases, educational needs in the GCC countries, and we are trying to make the environment very comfortable for them to discuss their matters and to reach their results by the end of the conference. They mainly will focus on the youth situation in the GCC countries. We want them to be built with a strong personality, following the values of the ancestors, and that is related to our religion and to our culture. And of course, at the same time, they should be highly prepared for receiving the advanced technology and sciences and all education from the other cultures.
The conference emphasized the importance of promoting Arabic, saying that the 11 programs were devoted to developing policies for teaching the language and qualifying instructors, as well as reinforcing the Arab dimension in education. Participating countries strongly believe in the importance of education for sustainable development. This educational conference is held every 2 years. This time it is held and hosted here in Kuwait. And the general aim of this educational conference is to seek a unified outlook for developing the educational system within the GCC countries. From the GW Marriott, this is Salim Kandiri reporting for the week in 30 minutes.
From the Sahara Golf Club, this is Sarah Glubb.
From the Radisson Blue, I'm Gemma Jaburi.
From Al Sahel Club, this is Salim Kandiri.
From the Scientific Center, this is Hiba Abdurrahman.
I'm Badriya Saleh, reporting for The Week in 30 Minutes.
Our next report, prepared by correspondent Badriya Saleh, will take us again to the artistic arena, as the first Canadian stamps exhibition in Kuwait opened recently at the Ahmed Al Adwani Exhibition Hall in Abdullah Al Salam area.
Under the patronage of the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, and in collaboration with the Canadian Embassy in Kuwait, the exhibition was inaugurated. The exhibition included hundreds of pieces from the first beaver stamps circulated back in 1895 to more modern-day depictions.
The first Canadian stamps exhibition recently opened for the first time in Kuwait, a personal collection of Yosef Louis Gohori. The collection marks the change of the country's postage history from the very first beaver postage stamp to the modern-day depiction. This private collection of Canadian stamps showcases the evolution since the very first Canadian stamp, created by Stanford Fleming, featuring the beaver instead of the more commonly seen royal figure.
Well, tonight is a display of Canadian stamps and presented by one of our top Canadian stamp collectors who happens to be resident here in Kuwait. So we've worked tonight together with the National Council for Culture, Art and Literature, our resident Canadian stamp collector and the Canadian Embassy to bring this story, a bit of a story of Canada through stamps to Kuwait. History is told through stamps. Stamps witness the course of history. So it's a wonderful way to have some insight into what has happened in the development of Canada through hundreds of years, in fact. Some of these stamps, the oldest dates back to 1858. A lot has happened in Canada and Kuwait in that time, and this is a small insight into those moments in time.
I started collecting when I was 16 years old. And during the Lebanese Civil War, we moved to Canada as immigrant in 1990. And I was like not a collector. It was a small hobby issue and became a major hobby for me and a passion. And due to the quality of the Canadian stamps, the colors, the designs, and the issues, very limited issues or special issues, and this passion kept on going with me all over the world. Wherever I travel, I carry on it's like a child. My hobby is like one of my child. And I made a good relation with designers, with Post. Like I'm a member of the Canada Post, I'm a member of the US Post, I'm a member of the UAE Post, of Kuwait Post, Lebanon Post, Lebanon Post as well. And I receive issues on daily basis, and I don't know what to do with it. It's stacked all over my house, but it's my passion, and I love it.
Kahori started collecting stamps at the age of 16 while in Lebanon, then turned his hobby into a passion when he moved to Canada in 1990. At the time, he was collecting pieces concentrated mainly on the arts, specifically from Lebanon, Canada, the US, the UAE, and Kuwait.
Actually, due to when you start stacking your collection, you gotta put it in order, either in albums or in a special storage, and this make you be more uh, careful with your collection, because with the time it's like a good investment, because when I was young I have some stamps which as I paid maybe 50 cents or $1, and now it's worth more than $100 or $200. And some stamps, they go up high the sky due to some errors or limited issue, and it becomes like valuable for you, and you cannot just give it away or leave it behind.
The exhibit consists of old letters, souvenir sheets, limited edition framed lithographed prints, as well as joint issues of stamps and coins by the Canada Post and the Royal Canadian Mint, among other pieces. Though this is the first time the collection has been displayed, Kahori says he hopes to take the exhibition around the world before ideally settling the collection in a museum. At the Ahmed Adwani Hall, I'm Badriya Saleh, reporting for The Week in 30 Minutes.
This brings us to the end of tonight's episode of The Week in 30 Minutes. We hope to see you again, same time next week. Our highly dedicated team of correspondents is constantly out on the field searching for reports that matter most to you. We look forward to receiving your feedback on the stories we covered today and are ready to cover issues that are of special interest to you.
So please email us your suggestions at moikuwaitnews@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at moikuwaitnews and on Facebook again at moikuwaitnews. And of course, if you would like to see our reports once again, you can also visit our YouTube channel at moikuwaitnews.
Thank you for joining us tonight, and see you next week with more exclusive reports. Have a good night.
Good night.
هنا الكويت.